introduction. Means role within the banking operations. Means role of whom? Role of retail banking within the banking operations. Okay. Means where does the retail banking stand in overall banking? Okay. Now many of you might feel that okay, what is this retail banking? Wow, we do the same banking every day, but it's not there. That huh? Okay. By the way, those who are on just watching this as an introductory lecture for on YouTube, there are some sessions available free. Okay. So if you are watching on YouTube, kindly download Adda 24/7 app. This is not for the class students who have paid services students. Okay. So those who are watching on YouTube, you can download Adda 24/7 app. In this, you'll be getting all that premium study material, like classes, tests, etc. Okay. Also, subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be getting the updates as well as on the various free YouTube sessions. Also, those who are in paid class, also you should subscribe to this Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. We carry out YouTube series on a daily basis. Okay. So these are the two new batches just now started. Okay, everyone, those who are watching on YouTube, kindly join the batches ASAP. 80% off is going on and double validity on Mahapacks is going on. Okay, let's start. See here, banks are, what is the bank basically? Okay, theory, everything you can definitely read. But the point over here is, let me upload one sec. Let me first upload something for you guys, handouts. Okay, if it is there, let me see. Okay, I'll upload it at the end. Okay, not an issue. Let me make it and then I'll upload it at the end. Okay, so what are banks basically? Banks are, what does the bank do actually? Bank is a financial institution which takes deposits and gives loan. Simple logic. Means I take from somebody and then I give it to somebody. And how do I earn as a bank? My basic logic is the rate on the deposit will be lesser than the rate on the loan. Then only I learn. And that is called as my net interest margin, isn't it? NIM. So remember, there are various types of banks. The various types of banks in India, and each one is responsible for different functions. Various functions are there. Now, central bank, cooperative bank, commercial bank, RRB, LAB, local area banks, specialized banks, small finance banks, and payment banks. Now, many of us have not even heard of certain banks. Okay. For example, local area banks. Many of us have not heard about this. RRBs. Some of us are working in RRBs, but those who are not, many of them don't know. Specialized banks. We don't know much about these specialized banks. Okay. So this is the part of your portion actually. What in retail banking? Okay. You need to know the details, not too much details, but you need to know at least the know-hows of this. The slight knowledge of this is very important. For example, central bank. What is the central bank? Central bank in India is what? RBI, right? RBI is basically Reserve Bank of India. One sec. Yeah. Reserve Bank of India, right? So here we have RBI. What is the role of RBI? Okay. Who can tell me the role of RBI? Everyone. Just type in the comment section. What is the role of RBI? What does RBI do? What does RBI do? I'll upload this here. You did not take down the notes as such. Whatever you feel important, you can do it. But I'll upload this at the end. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what does RBI do? See here, there are two things. Always remember. Okay. No, yeah. Governing banks is the supervisory functions here. Okay. Yeah. Just wait. What am I telling you? Listen to this. Okay. Everyone. RBI's role over in banking is not only supervision. Supervision is a secondary role. Its first primary role is inflation control. Always remember. RBI's main role is inflation control, monetary policy. Okay. It has six roles. Actually, RBI has six roles. You are not into that. Don't go into all these six roles. Okay. One is this banker to bank, banker to government. Then you have this monetary policy. Then you have this supervision function, right? So there are six roles actually. But the main ones are supervision, means supervision of all the banks, and nowadays NBFCs also. Second is The monetary policy. Monetary policy means basically controlling the inflation and the forex reserves. These are the two main roles of RBI. Okay, enough of that. Because we have a separate central banking topic in CIB. There you will study it separately. You're not needed that much. Only this much is enough for you. Cooperative banks. Cooperative banks, many of us don't know, or some of us have heard about cooperative banks. Those who are in central India, like Maharashtra, Telangana, okay, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, they know main about cooperative banks because in central India there are a huge number of cooperative banks. But in south and north, there are very less number of cooperative banks. So that's why, what is the logic of cooperative banks? Cooperative bank is always basically for the social welfare. It is formed by few people coming together under cooperation. Okay. So the logic for cooperative bank is that. Okay. Next one we have. Third one is RRB. Sorry, commercial bank. In commercial bank, which is a commercial bank? Everyone. Okay. Let me come to this point only now. Commercial bank. Commercial bank means what? There are how many types of commercial banks? Commercial. Okay. Commercial bank. So remember, commercial banks are of two types mainly. Okay, two types. Which are those? One is nationalized banks. All the nationalized banks are under commercial banks, and second is private banks. Private. Okay. Now these private banks include, see here, they include new age and old age. All new age. New age means what? New age, and second is old age. Old age. Okay. Old age means all that Karur Vaishya Bank. Those who are from, those banks are from many years. Karur Vaishya Bank, Karnataka Bank. These are all old age private banks. Means they have been established long back. Federal Bank. New age means all this HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, and nowadays all the Equita small finance banks. These are all under new age banks. Okay. Nationalized banks we know. What is the difference between nationalized and private bank? Anyone? Is there, what is the difference between nationalized and private? Majority shareholding, correct? Yeah. Majority shareholding, correct. At least 51% government is having shares in nationalized banks. Also, this private bank, there is a third category also, foreign banks. But we have not taken into that because what happens? We can combine this into private banks only. Means nowadays, see, this foreign banks means basically they have been converted into that's called as WAS, wholly owned subsidiary. This is the new concept in banking, was wholly owned subsidiary. What has RBI told these foreign banks that you don't operate here mainly as a foreign bank now. Try to convert it into a Indian private bank. So that is called as was wholly owned subsidiary. They are told to issue the shares over here and stay here as a private bank. Okay. So next. Nationalized banks. So nationalized banks means government share. Private banks, that's okay. Means new age, old age, and these foreign banks are, it's a third category. Okay, that's okay. Now let's come to some categories which we don't know in details. RRB. What is RRB basically? See here, these are sponsored by the nationalized banks. These are special types of commercial banks that provide concessional credit to agriculture, remember, and rural sector. RRBs was established in 1975 and are registered under the RRB Act 1976. RRBs are joint ventures between central government, state government, and a commercial bank. Means what? What do you mean by this? See this. Whenever, okay, many of you might not even be knowing the name of any RRB. Does anyone know any RRB name? Because, yeah, HSBC Foreign Bank, DBS. Yeah, DBS. I was working in DBS. I know DBS. Okay. Yeah. RRB. Any name of RRB you know? Yeah, Aryavarta Bank. It's there. Yeah, correct. Karnataka Vikas Gramin. Correct. Gramin Bank. That's a correct bank. Pallava Gramin. Yeah, there are many. Okay. Now, okay. Stop. Everyone stop. I got it. Yeah. So in Maharashtra we have two banks, Vidarbha Konkan Bank. That's yeah, Vidarbha Konkan. Yeah. Yeah, correct. So these are basically RRBs. How are RRBs formed? Remember the structure. Okay. Central government always pays 50% of the capital. State government pays 15% of the capital. And commercial bank means this is known as a sponsor bank. Remember, sponsor. Okay. Sponsor bank can be anyone, SBI, any commercial bank. Okay. Generally, these are nationalized banks. Private banks don't go into that. Okay. Nationalized. Generally, these are nationalized banks. Okay. So these commercial banks own a stake of 35% in that company, in that bank. So got it, 50 plus 15 plus 35, complete 100%. So the capital is divided in these ways for RRBs. Okay. So this much is enough for you. Don't go into details about RRBs. We are not here to study much about this topic. Okay. Only introduction is enough for you in retail banking. LAB, local area bank. Now this is also a new type of bank. New type of bank means what? It can be asked to you in exam. That's why we are studying it over here. Okay. Introduced in India in 1996. They are organized by private sector. Earning profit is the main objective of LAB. See here, earning profit. Now the point over here is earning profit is the main objective of LAB, local area bank. Now remember one simple logic. Earning profit is the main objective of every bank now. Why local area bank? All the nationalized banks are now focusing on profit only. All the private banks are focusing on profit only. So this logic of earning profit is now is for each and every bank. Okay. Local area banks are registered under Companies Act 1956. So these are basically companies. At present, there are 4 local area banks, all of which are located in South India. Okay. So that's why what did I say? Many of us don't know about LABs. There are very few banks in of LABs, and mainly they are in South India. Okay. Specialized banks. Now these are something new, and these are something to be studied. Specialized banks. Okay. What are specialized banks? Like I'll give you one simple example. Rather than going in for details, SIDB, Small Industrial Development Bank, SIDB. Then Exim Bank. Then there is NABARD. Okay. Certain banks are introduced for specific purpose only. See here, the purpose is clear. Such banks are called as specialized banks. Now, purpose is clear means what? What is the purpose of SIDB? Small Industries Development Banks. Here, it's clearly mentioned. Small industries. So, it will only focus into what? MSME. MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises, right? It will focus over there only. Second one, Exim Bank. Exim means what? Name itself suggests. What do you mean by Exim? Export, export and import. That's the meaning of Exim. Import. Okay. So name is clear. Exim. Purpose is clear. So that bank will focus only on Exim. Export and import. Foreign trade only. NABARD. National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So again, logic is clear. Agriculture, rural. So it will only focus on these rural areas. Now one question to you, everyone. Okay. Have you seen any branch of SIDBI, Exim or NABARD? Any branch? Like we have the branches of SBI and all these are banks. Have you seen any branch of this SIDBI, NABARD? No, where is this then? How do they function? If there is no branch, what do? They don't do saving. Remember, these all banks, SIDBI, Exim, NABARD, okay, these banks don't have this saving account, current account. They don't maintain anything. Only one thing, lending. Okay. Now, where do they lend? But they don't have branches. How will they lend? Does anyone know? How does this SIDBI lend, give money? How does this Exim give money? How does this NABARD give money? Sir, I'll explain. It's very simple. What do they give is known as soft loans. Remember this word. This will come throughout your life. Soft loan. Soft. What is soft loan? Soft loan. Soft loan means what? See here, if there is some customer coming to me, I'm the bank, let's say, okay? Let's say I'm SBI, okay? This is a commercial bank. This is SBI. Now a customer comes to me, MSME customer, small customer comes to me, okay? He wants a loan of, let's say, what, 1 crore, okay? So what will he do? This customer will tell me that, see, I'm taking the loan of 1 crore, but I'm having a subsidy or some soft loan from SIDBI. Now, SIDBI will give soft loan means what? That will, out of this 1 crore, it will give around 20 lakhs, okay, at lower rate of interest to this customer. Then how this loan will be settled? He will take a loan of 1 crore from me, and SIDBI will give me back 20 lakhs out of this 1 crore as SBI. Means SIDBI will give SBI 20 lakhs. So now his loan remains only 80 crores, 80 lakhs. Okay. So only 80 lakhs remaining now. This guy will have to pay only for 80 lakhs. So this is how the soft loan works. SIDBI, NABARD, these banks never have worked with branches. These banks work with the banks. They finance, they give the loans towards to the customers through separate banks. Okay, so that's the way they function. Nowadays we have some branches of SIDBI also. Okay, they have their own branches, but that is for a lower extent, not to that extent. Okay, SIDBI, Exim, all of them practically they have the branches, but they are not like us, which we function on a daily basis. Their customer base is limited. That's why they focus through our banks only. Small finance banks. What are these small finance banks? Say this. Means, what does the name say? Small finance. What do you mean by small finance? The finance is limited to a smaller area or smaller amount. The type of loans looks after micro industries, small farmers, unorganized sectors of the society by providing them loans and financial assistance. Okay, so mainly remember one important part. Many of these small finance banks, okay, these were earlier, these were earlier that SHGs, self-help groups. Many of them were earlier SHGs, okay, or they were formed under that cooperative segment. Okay, some of them were companies, but they worked for only this logic was that of those SHGs and small farmers. Like we have those chit funds, right? They used to work like this only. Bandhan Bank is there, then AU Bank is there. AU was earlier a smaller this private agency as such. Equitas, Small Finance, Bandhan Bank, many of them are there. You name it, you have it. Okay. So the logic of them is small farmers, micro industries, and unorganized sector. The rate of interest which these banks charged earlier before becoming the bank, okay, that was too huge. If you understand, has anyone seen the support? Please send support. No, support means what? A support number. Okay, support number. I'll send it. Not an issue. Yeah. Has anyone seen these lending rates in our other than banks in private institutions, which these what these organizations give, like these small, there are before becoming this bank, these are called as chit fund agencies. Have you seen the rates of these chit funds for loans? What are these rates? Has anyone know? Are they less or are they more? Chit funds or all these? Yeah. Are they less or more? More. Very, very high. I'll tell you, very high. Not only more, it's very high. Very high means we as a bank charge up to 8 to 9%. They charge around 24% to 30%. The range is between 24 and 30. Such a huge amount. Huge means that's a, yeah, 32%. Correct. So that's why what happens is these banks are these units are converted into small finance banks, so that they are now under the category of banking, so they have to charge the rate of interest as per RBI norms. Earlier what used to happen, they didn't have the RBI norms because RBI governed only on banks earlier, but now even RBI governs on NBFCs. Okay, yeah. Chit fund means here, okay, somebody has asked me what is the chit fund. Chit fund means basically it's a group of individuals coming together, and what do they do is they collect money. Each one collects around, let's say, 1,000, okay, and 100 people come together. So the total amount collected is 1 lakh rupees. So somebody among these 100 people gets this 1 lakh rupees this month. Okay. Then next month again somebody else gets 1 lakh rupees. So that's the way it focus. That generally ladies have that that groups. Okay. So those groups are similar. Logic is similar for them. Got it, everyone? Chit fund is similar to that. Okay. Payment banks. The newly introduced form of banking, the payment banks have been conceptualized by Reserve Bank of India. People with an account in payment banks can only deposit up to rupees 1 lakh and cannot apply for loans or credit cards under this account. So these payment banks are not giving any loans, remember. Which are these payment banks? There are many. Airtel Payment Bank, India Post Payment Bank, Fino Payment Bank, Geo Payment Bank. Means almost all the mobile companies are having this payment banks now. Even post office has come up with the payment bank. Okay. Now I don't think so. Means presently they are not allowed to give the loans. But remember, the day will come within 1 or 2 years. Okay, roughly 2 to 3 years max to max. These banks will also be allowed consumer loans up to 1 lakh. Okay, so once these are allowed, then they'll come in direct competition with nationalized and private banks. Okay, so basic logic is I can deposit this amount in this payment banks up to 1 lakh rupees and use it for any purpose all this year. Remaining things are okay for this payment bank. Means suppose if I want to make my bill payments and online banking, everything is same, which we have in our nationalized banks. Same logic is there for payment banks also. Okay. Mainly remember, cash is not allowed in many of these banks. They only ask for online payments. Okay, but somehow up to some amount they do allow this also. Means 1 lakh, up to 1 lakh they allow the cash also. Now, mean this was basically the banking. Okay, Paytm also, yeah, Paytm also one of the payment banks only. Lower in payment banks. No, it depends on the banks here. Now what has happened is the question here. The question asked is whether the rate of interest on deposits is higher or lower in payment banks. Okay. Now to answer this question, everyone pay attention over here. The point is RBI does not control now the deposit rates. Means RBI has given a free way to all the banks. You decide your own deposit rates. For example, if you see some payment banks, I've seen one or two payment banks, Equitas Small Finance Banks. That bank was giving around 6%. Yeah, 6% rate of interest on saving. Whereas our banks give what 3.54, right? Yeah. Bajaj Finserv falls under this NBFC category. Okay. Bajaj Finserv is a NBFC category. It's not this banking category. Okay. The word any bank will be called as a bank, even though will be called as a bank if its name consists of the name as a bank. AU Small Finance Bank. Bank should be there. Only then it is called as bank. Finserv, Bajaj Finance, these are not banks. These are NBFCs, non-banking financial institutions. Okay. Yeah. Can the font size be increased? Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do that. Hold on. Yeah. This. Now, after seeing this various bankings, now we'll see the segments. What are the segments in the banking? Banking means which banking? The banking which we do. Remember, mainly there are three types of bankings. Mainly, okay? In any bank you go, private bank, nationalized bank, any bank you go, mainly there are three types of bankings. Which are those? One is retail banking, second is wholesale banking, and third is wealth management. Now this is the next category, new category come up. Earlier, wealth management was not there in banking. Earlier, only two sectors were there, retail banking and wholesale banking. These were the only two bankings. But recently means that also almost 10 years back, wealth management has come up as a new sector. Okay. So understand one important point. We'll see the differences between these two, retail, wholesale, and wealth. We'll study each one. Okay. Mainly remember the revenue source. Here, for any bank, the revenue source, this main revenue in banking is earned through this retail. Okay, almost 60%, 60 to 62%. Wholesale banking roughly 25%, plus or minus somewhere, and is wealth management remaining one, 10-15%. Okay, 10 to 15%. This is general trend in all the nationalized banks. Okay, in many of the corporate, now again it depends on which bank are we dealing with. Suppose if I am dealing with some foreign bank, like I'll give you an example. Has anyone heard about of this bank? Wells Fargo. Many of us have not heard the name also. Wells Fargo Bank. Okay, this bank is there. Okay, in Bangalore, I think so. It's there. Yeah, yeah. Bangalore, it's there. Yeah. So this this bank has major income from wholesale banking. This bank has lesser income from retail banking. But when we talk of nationalized banks and Indian private banks, we mainly have 60% of the revenue from retail banking. Generally 25% to 30% from this wholesale banking, and the remaining from this wealth management. Okay. Yeah. No, it's a bank actually. Means it's a bank. Wells Fargo is a bank, but here we have their some processing center also over here. But there is also a branch somewhere. Okay. Yeah, it's there. Mainly they have a processing center over here. Forget it. That's not an issue for today. We are not here to discuss Wells Fargo Bank. Okay. So, and logic is clear. Logic is retail banking will be a major income segment for the banking sector as such. Now, let's study what is retail banking segment. Retail banking is the largest earnings contributor. It is a segment most people are familiar with, as it includes operations that occur in bank's branch. Products involved in retail banking include deposits, credit cards, and mortgages. Mortgages means what? Your mortgages includes, now understand this. Mortgages will include various type of mortgages. Means home loan also is a mortgage. Home loan. Okay. Then if I give a commercial loan against shed. Okay. Commercial loan means what? Term loan, CC, term loan. This is also a mortgage, because when I give a loan to any company, MSME, I always take a mortgage from them. So this also becomes a mortgage. So main job of retail banking is deposits, credit cards, and mortgages. Now credit card has come up newly. Remember, not all the banks have credit cards. Okay, all the banks don't have credit cards up till now. Nationalized banks specifically. Okay, but what have we done as such? All the banks have taken up one separate mode now. If some bank doesn't have the credit card, it sells the credit card of some other company, other bank or other company. They sell the credit card of other bank or other company. So what is that? That becomes a fee-based income. Okay. Yeah. Please tell us how to access the notes. Okay. Yeah. Definitely, I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah. So how does this bank this bank basically, if any bank doesn't have the credit card, it will sell the this card of other banks. Now this segment in retail banking will also include one thing called as insurance. Mainly this, why didn't we take it over here, insurance? Because this becomes a part of wealth management, and which is the third segment. Okay, so we'll discuss it over there. This segment is also known as personal banking, as it serves individuals. However, it is also targeted towards small commercial clients. Now, commercial clients means what? Commercial clients means basically all these MSMEs, proprietorship, partnership, these all are commercial clients. Generally, remember, in retail banking, our customers for business are related to proprietorship, proprietor. Okay, then partnership. We generally get these companies only. Third one, very few we get it LLP. Many of the banks don't even know what is LLP. Many of the bankers don't know what is LLP, right? Then we have certain private limited companies. Private limited. Limited, very few, almost nil. almost nil about this limited. So these we generally focus on proprietor, partner, and third one LLP if possible. Okay. Okay. What is LLP? Anyone knows what is LLP? Limited liability means what? Anyone? Yeah. Limited liability company. Limited liability company means it is a partnership. Remember, it's a partnership actually. It's same as that of the earlier partnership firm, but only the difference is in LLP, the liability of the partner is limited to his share only. Now, what do you mean by this? Okay, let me explain you one part about this LLP and this partnership. It will open the eyes of many of the bankers. Partnership and LLP. Okay, let me explain you. Let me remove this first. Okay, this is clear now. Yeah, look at this. In partnership, let me ask you one question. Partner. Suppose there are two partners. Okay, two partners. One's A and B. Okay, their share is 50%. 50% of A and 50% of B. Both have the share of 50%. Now, what has happened? They have taken a loan. Okay, loan of let's say 50 lakhs. Now, this loan is becoming NPA. Nobody is ready to pay. Now, you as a bank go to these partners and tell them, kindly pay the loan. So, how much loan should A pay or how much loan should B pay? Yeah. How much loan should A pay and how much loan should B pay? Who can tell me the right answer? 50 lakhs is the total loan. Yeah. So, how much loan should A pay and how much loan should B pay? Sure, everyone. Okay, according to their liability. Here, if you are everyone, okay, just stop the answering part. Okay, understand. In a normal partnership firm, in a normal partnership firm, each partner will have full amount liability, full amount. Okay, full amount. Remember, each partner is liable for payment of 50 lakhs. Each partner is liable for payment of 50 lakhs. That's the important part. Okay, for payment of 50 lakhs. So what happens if A doesn't pay, B will have to pay 50 lakhs. If B doesn't pay, A will have to pay 50 lakhs. That's a normal partnership. But in LLP, what happens? That's why LLP has come in. In LLP, what you said is right. 50%, 50%. So the liability of A will be limited to 25 lakhs and liability of B will be limited to 25 lakhs in LLP. Same is the case with private limited company also. So that's why always remember, that's why this LLP, private limited, that's why we always focus on these companies and we should always focus on these. Okay. Partnership, proprietorship are actually not the companies at all. These are just the units somebody has started. Okay. Got it? Okay. Chalo, move on. Revenue from retail banking is split into interest and non-interest origins. Means what is this? Interest and non-interest. What do you mean by interest and non-interest? See here. Retail banking will have the main job of retail banking is what? Loans, right? Deposit and loans. So taking the deposit over here and loan. And let's say deposit is at 5%, loan will be at 8%. So the difference is 3%, that is NIM, net interest margin, NIM, net interest margin. So this is known as a interest income. But what is this non-interest income? See this. Non-interest income comes from fee-based income. Fee. What is fee-based income? Fee-based. What is fee-based income? Like insurance. In insurance, We are not liable. Suppose all of you might be having the targets of insurance now, right? Everyone amongst you might be having the targets of insurance, right? Yeah, TPP, third party. All this. Third party means it includes all these things: insurance, then what? Mutual funds, then what? That gold coins, and that demat accounts. All these come under this only. Yeah. So your bank earns fee-based income, means non-interest income. All the banks are now focusing on this non-interest income only. Fee-based income they are focusing. Why? Because there is no liability for the bank. In insurance tomorrow, yeah, okay, kindly use, no, this is a simple way of doing it. Okay, I'll check that, okay, yeah, yeah. So, suppose if tomorrow, let me ask you, uh, if if something happens for that insurance, means somebody takes the takes this insurance, and what happens? Somebody dies. Then is there any liability on the bank because you have sold the insurance? Suppose if tomorrow you sell any insurance and that person dies actually. So where is the liability on the bank? No liability. Why? Right? Will come under interest or non-interest. Loan processing is under interest. Okay. Loan is a income. That's a core product of the bank. Remember, bank will always have two types of products. One is this core product, core banking products. Which are those core products? Core means all deposits and loans. These are the core products of the banks. And what are these non-core products? Means all these insurance, TPP. All these TPP are TPP. These are all non-core products. Okay. So this liability of TPP does not come on the bank. If tomorrow this insurance company has to pay, bank has no role. Bank is just an agent. We received a agency commission and that's it. Our job is over. So that's why all the banks are now focusing on insurance, mutual funds, and all these third party products. Okay. Net interest income accounts for approximately 70% of the retail revenues. It is calculated by taking the interest collected from mortgage and credit cards and subtracting interest paid on deposits. So logic is simple. NIM means whatever I am getting it from the loans and whatever I am giving it out on deposits, the difference between that will be will be NIM. Non-interest income contributes around 30% of the retail banking segment. So this non-interest income has grown a lot now in retail banking. Earlier it was not there, but now it has grown a lot. Okay. Many of the private banks, if you look at this, I'll give you one figure of HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank, their non-interest income means fee-based income is around 70%. Such high ratio they have for fee-based income means they are selling mainly insurance and this TPP only. So that's why what happens if any bank sells TPP products, the main advantage is it affects their P&L account immediately. Profit and loss account is affected usually without affecting the balance sheet. See here, always the fight in the banks is between the balance sheet and this P&L. If you want to increase your P&L, your balance sheet also increases. In core products means if I want more income, I'll have to give more loans. I'll have to get more deposits. So more loans means my balance sheet will increase. This loans and deposits are always shown under balance sheets. Okay. Okay. Now let me ask you, loans are shown as what in balance sheet? Assets or liabilities? Who can tell me? In balance sheet of banks, loan is what? Loan is what? Asset or liability? In balance sheet of banks, okay? Not for the customer. In balance sheet of banks, okay? Loan is asset. Everyone, right? Loan is an asset. Remember, loan is an asset for bank, okay? And deposit is a liability. Because why? Logic is very simple. You earn interest on deposit on loans and you give interest on deposits. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So that's why what happens if I'm only focusing on core products, deposits and loans, and I want to increase my profit. So I'll have to increase my loans, I'll have to increase my deposits. So that will be a burden on me. So that's why banks are focusing on TPP. So what happens in that? In TPP, no balance sheet, no effect on balance sheet, only P&L. Because this insurance does not come in my balance sheet as a bank. Mutual fund doesn't come under my balance sheet as a bank. It's just a P&L fee-based income, so I earn it over here. Okay. What is wholesale banking? Wholesale banking means corporate banking. Here, corporate. There is another word to this is corporate. Okay. Here, what do I do? In corporate banking, I target big customers. Wholesale banking is the second largest segment for the banks. Another name for wholesale banking is capital markets. Now, capital markets means what? This is mainly related to corporates. Means how do the companies arrange their capital? So that's why this is another name for this wholesale banking. This segment deals with corporate and institutional clients and is associated with investment banking. Now, what is investment banking? This is also important part. What do you mean by investment banking? Okay, let me explain you one or two things about this. Okay, wholesale banking will relate to companies. HNI clients will be there. That's a but main part. But HNI clients are mainly there in the third segment, that is wealth management. Remember, HNIs always are focused in wealth management. Okay, we all focus on big clients over here. So I'll come to that later. Firstly, let's cover this wholesale banking. In wholesale banking, I target all the corporates, Reliance, Tata, then what? Adani, Ambani, all the right. These names are common now, Adani, Ambani, right? So we target all these big clients. And what happens if because of this corporate banking, the best advantage of corporate banking is the cost is very less. Cost is lower. Why cost is lower? Because to give a loan of let's say 100 crores, 100 crores, okay? To give a loan of 100 crores, okay? How much, how many customers will I have to target in retail banking? Huge number of customers. Whereas to give a loan of 100 crores in corporate banking, I'll just need one customer, Reliance. That's it. So my cost is saved. 100 crores, totally my cost is saved in this. So that's why corporate banking is dealt with by the banks. They also like this segment, but there is also a risk in this. The risk is one Reliance can become NPA. But if I sell it to 1 crore customers or 1 lakh customers in retail banking, those customers are there is a less chance that all these customers will become NPA. So as the corporate banking has good lucrative business, it also has a huge risk also. Okay. Now what is this investment banking? Investment banking means what? Let me remove this first. Okay. What is this investment banking? Investment means what? Suppose let's say I'm Reliance. Okay. Tomorrow I come to you as a bank and tell you that see, I want IPO, new FPO we'll call it. I want a new FPO to bring in. Okay, means I want new shares to be issued in the market. So that part will be helped by my bank. So Reliance will come to let's say SBI or any PNB. Okay, it will come to PNB and tell them that you act as an investment banker and I will issue the FPO. I'll issue the shares. You act and send it to all your customers. So that what happens? They buy the shares of mine and I get the money. So this is basically investment banking. This is mainly related to capital markets. Means capital markets in the sense the capital of that company. What is capital of any company? Capital means money. Suppose if you want to start any business, what will you do? You'll bring in some money from somewhere. You'll bring your own money or your parents' money or someone else's money. So that is capital. So same logic, Reliance also does the same thing. It brings Reliance, not only Reliance, I'm taking it as an example. Okay. It can be any company. Okay. So Reliance or any company will bring in the capital of others. They will try to make you invest in their shares. Okay. And that job is done by the investment banker. Okay. It's a huge, big segment actually. This segment is there in CIIB mainly. For JIIB, you have only introduction and some information about this investment bankers. In CIIB, you have a huge topic about investment banking. Okay. Activities include corporate lending, sales and trading, and mergers and acquisitions. So this is also a part. See here, investment banker does this job only. Mergers and acquisitions. This is all. This is mainly done by the investment banker. Okay. What are mergers and acquisitions? We'll have a separate topic. In fact, that is there in your PPB. It's not a part of retail banking, but just I'll give you one liner about this mergers and acquisitions. Merger means what? When two companies merge with each other, that is called as merger. Means, for example, any company, yeah, HDFC Bank and HDFC Housing, they are now merging. Means HDFC Housing is merging into HDFC Bank. So that is called as merger. Acquisition means what? I buy out the company of some other person. Means what? For example, Tata bought what? JLR. JLR, anyone knows? JLR means that Land Rover, big car. Okay, so that was acquisition. Means I buy out that company. Merger means both of us decide that we will merge with each other. Okay, that is wholesale. What is the wealth management segment? Wealth management is a quickly growing segment for banks. Revenue is generated through retail brokerage and services asset management. Wealth management is a consultative process. It involves consultations with affluent clients. Now, what do you mean by affluent? Affluent means HNI clients. In wealth management, we mainly target HNI clients. Discuss about their financial needs and goals. So, this is what our discussion always moves on. Wealth management plans are tailored to client specific needs. The financial products are combined to effectively reach the financial goals of the client. So here we mean I'll sell insurance, mutual funds, MF, okay, and other products also. I'll sell these demat accounts also of other companies. A wealth management advisor utilizes the diverse financial disciplines such as financial and accounting, tax services, investment advice, legal, or estate planning. Now, estate means what? It is related to land also. Huh? Many of the wealth managers give the advice on land buying and land selling also. Retirement planning to manage an affluent client's wealth as a bundle of services. So mainly remember, we will target those clients over here which are who are having huge money with them. Okay. Elon Musk Twitter. Yeah. Very good example. Elon Musk buying Twitter is a acquisition. Very good example. Correct. Yeah. So this is basically about wealth. In wealth management, remember the whole portion of wealth management, you are having only last one section about wealth management in this whole topic. Okay. But there we'll be targeting all the clients who are having huge amount. We won't target anyone who is having 10,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees in his account. Okay. So that's why wealth management is targeting only those clients. Okay. Now, yeah, one sec. Now let me come to one. I'd kept one surprise element for you guys. Okay, then that surprise element is because last 10 minutes I'd kept for this only. Let me come to that, and now you all will have this, and that is, let me see if I'm having it. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, can everyone see this? Yeah, you guys can see this, no? Everyone, type yes if you can see this. Okay. I'll ask last 5-10 minutes, we'll keep it for objective questions. Let me check how many of you understand and how many of you can answer this. Okay. Okay, let's start. I'll ask roughly 5 to 10 questions in the end. Okay. Yeah. Which of the following defines retail banking? The banking service that is geared primarily towards individual. The banking that deals with lending money to individual consumers rather than corporates. The part of the banking that is meant for small account holders. So the options are 1, 1 and 2, 1, 2 and 3, all, and 2 and 3 only. So retail banking is focused on what? Individuals, right? So option 1 is correct. What about option 2? That deals in lending money to individual consumers, right? So 2 is also correct. 3, part of the banking that is meant for small account holders. So that is also correct. So the correct option is good one. 1, 2, and 3. C is the option. Okay. Next one. Next one. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. This one now. C and D. If it is there. Let me see. Yeah. Which of the following is the characteristics of retail banking? The banking service provided targeted to individual customers. These activities are focused on mass market segment covering large population of individuals. The large corporates having large number of employees are also provided banking facilities under retail banking. This is a difficult one. Remember, this is really difficult one. Let me see how many of you can answer. Which of the following is the characteristics of retail banking? So, banking provided to individual customers, mass market, and large corporates having large number of employees. So, correct answer is only B. Third is not the answer. 1 and 2 only. Third is not the answer because even though large number of employees are there, but then also that is corporate. We are not focusing on corporate. Okay. Got it, everyone? Yeah. So answer is B, strictly 1 and 2. Okay. Next one, third. Oh, answer is seen over here, man. Let me. Yeah. Retail banking services can be extended through which of the following? How can I extend the retail banking? Branches and internet, branches and ATM, ATM and internet banking, branches, ATM, internet, and mobile banking. Now, this is a simple one. Very simple. Okay. Right? Simple one. So, all of them. D is the answer. Okay. Yeah. D is the answer. I'll provide this PDF for this, whatever presentation I gave you for that also. Okay. Yeah. D is the answer. Next one. Oh, B. You see this, saw this. Okay. Which of the following is not a feature of retail banking? Not a feature, huh? Not a feature. These are provided through branches as well as through virtual banking channels. These can be extended only for amounts which are very small in size. They can be offered both liability as well as asset products. These can be extended to small businesses also. Branches as well as through virtual banking we provided through. They can be extended only for amounts very small in size. Okay. Can be offered about both liability as well as asset. They can be extended for this also. Also, correct answer is not a feature. They can be extended for only very small. No, no, no. None of these. None of these. Right? Retail banking. Retail banking. Right? See this. Retail banking is provided through. Everyone, pay attention to this question. Okay. Some of you have typed B over here, but the answer is none of these. It's not there over here. Answers here. Retail banking is provided through branches as well as virtual banking channels. They can be extended only for amounts which are very small in size. Yeah. Now that is okay. B is the correct answer over here. Why? Because the word only, I didn't look at it. Only for amounts. So retail banking can be extended for larger amounts also. Not very small in size is not the correct answer. Okay. Yeah. They can be offered both for liability as well as asset. So that is also done. They can be extended for small businesses also. So that can also be done. So the only for small amounts is not a correct answer over here. Okay, yeah, B was right. Yeah, only B mentioned only for, yeah, B was right. I thought it was, I didn't see this word B only over there. Okay, next one. One sec. The advantages of retail banking are, So advantages of retail banking include higher interest spreads, risk spread over large client base, strong customer loyalty, and last one, high volatility in demand for retail products. Now let's look at the options, okay? And then we'll stop over here. The advantage of retail banking include higher interest spreads. Do we have higher interest spreads over here? What do you mean by higher interest spreads, everyone? Higher interest spreads means the difference between deposit and loans. Okay. So, in retail banking, remember the answer is yes over here. We have higher interest spreads. Okay. Whereas in corporate banking, we don't have higher interest spreads. Remember this. Means when the Reliance comes to you for loans, the loan can't be given at 9% like we give in our retail banking. The loan to Reliance will have to be given at 6.5%. Okay, that's why it's very less. So in retail, we have higher interest spread. Risk spread over large client base. Yeah, that is also true. B is also true. Because strong customer loyalty, that is also true. A, B, C is true. But what is this D? High volatility in demand. That is false. So high volatility, there is no high volatility for demand in this, in retail banking. Okay, because retail banking always have generally similar sales over here. Everything else is true, only this is false. The advantages of retail banking are A, B, and C only. So is it there? Yeah, B, A to C only. So that is only the advantage. D is not the advantage of retail banking. Okay, yeah. Fifth is B, the answer. Got it, everyone? Okay. Chalo, we'll stop over here. Okay. For those who are watching on YouTube, okay, those who are in the paid class, you can leave now. Okay. Those who are watching on YouTube, kindly note volatility means that movement. This year, okay, what is the meaning of this word volatility? Volatility means movement. Okay. Movement means 1 year the sales is, let's say, 10 lakhs. Next year the sale is 2 lakhs. Third year the sale is 20 lakhs. So this doesn't happen in retail. In retail, what happens if first year sale is 10 lakhs, the next year it will be around 9.5 lakhs or this something like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Means very less changes. Okay. Okay. I'll share this PDF later. Okay. The PDF which I have given, which I have discussed over here, I'll share this that PDF later. Okay. For those who are watching on YouTube, these are introductory sessions. Some of them are there on YouTube also, everyone. So those who are watching on YouTube, paid classes, you can leave also, not an issue. But those who are in YouTube, kindly note that, see, I'll just come to this part, hold on. Everyone who's on YouTube, watching on YouTube presently, okay, note this. Those who want to join the class, okay, kindly join it using go to adda247.com, click on JIB and CIB. You'll see this JIB, CIB, Mahapack, CIB 23, JIB 23. Click on JIB 23, then you'll see the batches over here. Click on this batch, February 17th batch, okay. Click on this batch, you'll get the details of the batch. All the batch details are available. Means what are the timings, what are the dates, means what is the study plan, everything is available. Okay. You can recorded videos are available. Okay. Recorded videos means if you miss out on any class someday, you can definitely get back to that class again using the recorded sessions. Just now, as you saw, two-way interactive classes means what students ask the questions, we answer it there and then itself. Just now, as I showed you over here, ebooks are available, then tests are available, everything is there. Okay. Now let's come to the fees parts here. The fees part over here is 19,999. Click on view offers. Put the code Y432. Never forget this code Y432. Click on apply. See this. 19,999 reduces to 3,999.80. 80% off you are getting, all of you guys watching on YouTube. Immediately apply for that. Okay. Because these offers don't last long. Now, let me come to this Mahapack also. There is a Mahapack system. What is this Mahapack system? You get multiple batches. Okay. In JIB, CIB Mahapack, you get multiple batches. See this. JIB ka Mahapack. Click on this Mahapack. Once you go to Mahapack, you'll see 15 plus batches for all the subjects. See this PPB, IFS, AFM, and retail banking. All the four subjects, 15 plus batches. Again, recorded videos are available. Again, case studies batches are separately available. Ebooks are available. Topic wise ebooks are available. Same thing. Now, coming to this fees part again, remember this. Again, 80% off and double validity scheme is going on. Let me show what is this 80% off. See this 32796, click on Y432, put the code Y432, click on apply. See this 32796 reduces to 6559 and validity is 12 months. Now, if you see this 12 months, divide this 6559 by 12 months, okay? It is what? Less than the amount of daily amount which we spend on the tea and expenses, okay? So, this is an investment for lifetime. Everyone should go for these classes, okay, over here. And remember, why am I focusing on this? Because the portion for CAI, for JIB and CIB has changed, okay? Yeah, ebooks you can get it over here in the same package which you are having. Okay, you'll get this over here. Telegram address I'll give you. Let me see if I'm having it right now, or I'll give you tomorrow's class. Okay. Yeah, PDFs I'll load it later. After this class, we have within next 10 minutes I'll load that PDF. Okay. So I'll take a leave now from everyone. Bye from my side. Okay. Chalo, bye everyone. Chalo, yeah.